Whoa, Nelly. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
Editor. Don't even
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Twink Twank Twunk.
Ding dong.
Can I just first say, Devin?
Yes.
DIVOS, happy almost Pride Month.
Happy almost Pride Month.
It's like a month away.
It's like a month away. We've actually missed the happy almost I almost fell forward.
Careful! He's falling head over heels for me.
That's how excited I am for Pride Month. This crown is actually a little shout out to Pride Month. It's part of my Pride series, but I'm just too excited I had to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
Happy almost Pride Month to you.
Oh, you mean that?
Yeah, how are you going to celebrate?
I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna bring pride around the world. That's what I'm gonna do.
Ooh.
I'm gonna spread joy at every corner of the globe.
Is that a travel teaser?
Yeah.
A TT?
Yeah. a TT. It is indeed. Let's introduce ourselves.
Yes.
I am Zach. I'm a man of mystery. I like to say I'm a corporate girl boss.
Yep.
I played water polo in high school.
The two genders.
And I once got hit by a car, and now there's a stop sign there.
Oh my gosh, wait, we gotta delve into that after I introduce myself. And my name is DIVOS, your Gamer 2. Favorite piece of walking, talking visual art existing at the intersection of glamour and comedy. It's nice to meet you. Buckle up, it's time for a ride.
Buckle up.
And speaking of seatbelts.
Speaking of cars, this is gonna pop into my mind now. When I was in 6th grade, I grew up within a 2-minute walk from my elementary school. It was literally a hop and a skip and across the street. Okay. That's important, the cross street part.
Yeah.
And then I was there, right? Mm-hmm. And one fateful day in 6th grade, a bit too old.
Oh, 6th grade.
I was
I envisioned you younger for this.
No, I was in 6th grade. I was old enough to know better, I think.
Sure.
I was playing a game of tag, and I didn't want to get tagged, so I ran out into the street to try and get home as fast as possible, and bam! I got hit by a car.
What do you remember from the experience?
You know what's
the
funny?
Hit part.
I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me. My car hitting community out there. Stay strong. I don't remember getting hits.
Adrenaline?
Yeah, the adrenaline. I mean, have you ever had like a major injury? Like, do you remember the actual impact, or it's kind of like the slight before and after?
No, I'm pretty perfect.
No. Okay. Well, for those of us who are not,
okay.
I remember before. I remember kind of like laying on the ground afterwards, but I don't remember the actual like hit itself.
Oh.
Funny enough, the woman she was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think I'm fine." She's like, "Okay," and she drove away.
Shut up.
She drove away.
She didn't even really make sure that you were okay.
No, she just drove away. My favorite part of the whole incident, after the paramedics came, made sure I was okay, all this stuff. My mom was crying.
Did you walk home?
Oh, I walked home. Yeah.
And then you're like, I got hit by a car.
Well, no, my mom came running up. Someone went and got her. She was home.
Oh.
She was. I to this day I still feel awful. She was crying. She was such distress. I was like,
oh no.
I feel more bad that I made my mom upset than anything else.
I agree. Yeah.
It was. Yeah. I never want to get hit by a car again for that reason. But my dad, on the other hand, got home from work, and the first thing was all right. It's should we ground him? What should his punishment
Penalty.
be? I was like, Dad, I just got hit by a car. Mm-hmm. Is that not punishment enough?
A penalty for near vehicular manslaughter.
Near vehicular manslaughter.
Near vehicular manslaughter. Say that 5 times fast.
Near vehicular manslaughter. Near vehicular manslaughter. Near vehicular manslaughter. Near vehicular manslaughter. Near vehicular manslaughter.
It comes naturally to you.
We're humble people.
We're
really.
humble. We say humble. Today's about self-love, humble, and then also maybe a little bit about Pokemon.
I hope a lot of it about Pokemon.
A lot of it about Pokemon. Wait, and Easter.
And Easter.
So welcome to Twink Twank Twunk. My only situation, we can talk about it, is my bee sting.
If you want to talk about it, we can.
Should we talk about it?
Sure. Go for it. If you feel
this is a major story. Oh no, I want to talk about it. I'm just okay, so let me paint a picture for you. This is wild. So I'm sitting on the beach. It's December. So beach in December in California because we can do that. Blah, 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 blah. And I didn't feel like surfing that day. I don't know. Sometimes I just like to chill on the sand and sunbathe. So I was chilling on the sand watching everyone surf.
It was me, Megan Lee, and Megan Lee out surfing.
And Megan Lee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I was chilling on the beach. It was Vlogmas. So I was like vlogging away. If you've never seen my Vlogmas, it'll probably be very drag this year, but in the past it's been just like vloggy, depending on what I want to do.
What's been your life?
It's been my life. It's been vlogs. And so I was chilling on the beach, and all of a sudden I feel something on my forehead. And oh my gosh, this is pre-hair transplant too.
I know.
So we're leaking this on the pod. I want to talk about my hair transplant in a YouTube video. So next podcast probably we'll talk more about my hair transplant.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was such a good experience for me. So I want to like share it.
You want to
talk about
a whole video out of the hair transplant?
Yeah. Because people don't talk about it, and I think people should talk about it. Anyway, more on hair transplant later. To be TBD.
TBD. TBH. To be haired.
So right. So that connects back to the bee sting story, because I was chilling on the beach. All of a sudden I feel something up here, and I'm like hyper fixated on my hairline, right? Because I'm not happy with the way things are moving, and it was moving to the back.
It was moving the wrong way.
It was going this way, and I needed her to go this way.
Most of the time when it's moving towards the back, you're like, yeah, not in this case.
Not in this case.
Not now.
I need all attention in the front. All right, so I felt it.
Oh, come on.
I felt it, and I was like, what's that? So I like brushed it away, and I had a sharp pain. And I was like, oh, bitch. Like, I didn't think I was allergic to bees or wasps or anything. And I like pull out my phone, I like check, and like a little circle I'm gonna pop clips up on the screen. A little circle has started to develop on my forehead, and I was like, no fucking way. And then I see there's a stinger, and I like squeeze the stinger, which pushed the venom into my face skin, which I think already is like really thin and like lots of blood flow. And so I pushed it in, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not allergic to bees, whatever. That was just annoying. And then I like keep watching them surf. I start feeling weird. And I'm like literally vlogging it for Vlogmas. I'm like that bee was so fucking rude, highlighting my receding hairline, bitch. Like,
did you do like a bee face
filter on Snapchat? Like, I was like going in for the content. But then all of a sudden the circle starts growing out. And then I noticed my eyes are swelling shut. I was like, wait a second. I was so pathetic. I'll pop the video up. I was like, I don't like this. And then I started to scratch my neck. Hives everywhere. Oh, and at that point I was like, okay, fine. I feel bad making them stop surfing, but I'll go get them. So I like waved them in, and then they didn't really understand the situation, so they got there when they got there, and then they're like, oh my, like things weren't looking good. Mind you, this is also in my perm era, and
my God.
Because I was insecure about my hairline, I didn't want to cut my hair at that time, so I looked like a rat. Like I literally looked like there was a mop on my head. And if I styled it, it looked okay, but I just like, whatever. It wasn't a good time for my hair.
Yeah, we were on the beach, like you didn't style it at the ocean.
Right.
You know, like there's no reason to.
So they come in, and I didn't even like think about this because I didn't grow up in California, but they're like, oh, we need to go to the lifeguard stand.
Junior guards, baby.
Junior guards. Honestly, this is like a PSA. Like, if you're on the beach, the lifeguards don't run to the hospital. Like, they know what they're doing.
Although they did take you to the hospital.
They took me to the hospital. So I go to the lifeguard.
Maybe you should have went to the hospital.
These idiots are already singing, I'm a bee, like literally making fun of me. I'm still like, it's getting worse. I didn't realize how bad it was until like looking back. Like, I didn't remember that last part. Like, they pumped me with so many steroids and Tylenol. And it was like a lot. I was in the hospital. Yeah. I took the ambulance for the first time. It was kind of major. So,
in our defense, we were trying to make levity of the situation. Right. One, because laughter is always the best medicine.
You going up to my hairline?
you can't.
The bee toxins just come out of my skin.
He got us.
Pranked.
But also, you were surrounded by like 5 of the most like muscular, masculine paramedics and lifeguards I had ever seen. So I was like, there's nothing I could possibly offer outside of humor in this situation. And also, it was pretty funny. Because we knew you were going to be fine.
I was going to be fine. Masculinity has always saved me in my life.
Damn straight.
No, yeah. So it was crazy. They went and got poke. They had a fine day. And then I like came out the hospital. We rallied that night. I think we kept partying.
Yeah, we got home and kept like playing beer pong and stuff. It was awesome.
So that's my little story.
So we both have had like close touches with death.
Close touch. It was. I felt disconnected from my body. I was like,
it's scary, dude.
I already have a weird relationship with my body, but I was like, I didn't feel like I was in control of what happened to me, which is I did not like.
You know what's even like the scariest thing of all is concussions. Those are terrifying. Oh. I had one once. I fell off a mountain bike. I don't remember the entire day. The entire day is just out of my mind. Apparently, actually, it's kind of funny. Apparently, when I was in the hospital, the paramedics were asking me questions, like tests if I had a concussion or not. And they were like, what year is it? And I was like 2008. It was like 2013 or something.
No way, you actually got that wrong.
I got that wrong. And they asked like, who's the president right now? I was like, Barack Obama. It's like in the middle of Trump's presidency.
Really?
He was like in the thick of it.
Because I got tested a few times playing soccer, and every time they asked those questions, I was like, okay, like who gets those? Like it's crazy you actually get those wrong.
Who gets them wrong? Concussed people.
So that was our fun near-death experiences for the intro of the pod.
I could do a whole podcast about near-death experiences. I've been a reckless boy in my life.
You have been a reckless boy.
We actually have a special treat for you guys today.
We have a special treat. We'll do a quick, 30 seconds on. This has not been an easy day for the podcast.
No. It was so hard.
I have been going through it these last few days. I've been working really hard, some family stuff, a whole bunch of whatever. So I haven't been sleeping. I haven't had the chance to eat today. I ordered my food to Malibu instead of here because I was house sitting in Malibu. Don't have any food before the pod. And then my computer charger was also left in Malibu. Zach had to go to Target to get a computer charger. God bless Zach. Zach was at the end of his patience, as I was. How do you perceive the situation?
Well, truly, unfortunately, I'm a pretty mellow, passive guy. The only thing that gets me stressed is like being on time. Not because I'm excited to get there. It just stresses me out.
Yeah,
like that's the only thing.
It stresses me out too.
Exactly, but we made it.
But we got here. The memory card didn't work after all this. We sat down. Memory card didn't want to play. But we're here for you, Twink Twank Twunk. We're excited. And audio listeners, we want to check in. Because one thing I wanted to mention in the pod today was just take care of yourself. Show some self-love.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. I am a tragic, I would say workaholic. I've never really used that word to describe myself, but...
I said Zacurate.
Zacurate? Oh my god! Oh, we never thought of that.
Did we get that? Did we get that?
Are we rolling?
Are we rolling? We're rolling.
Zacurate.
Zacurate.
Take care of yourself. You're doing the best that you can right now. And I know I don't listen to that ever. Because I think I can always be doing better.
I know you do. I can tell you how many times Devin has come to me and be like, Zach, I have this opportunity, but I'm tired. I'm hungry. I don't want to do it. And there's 5 other reasons. I go, okay, so don't do it. And he goes, I'm going to do it anyways.
And I do it anyways. And I just feel like my career is taking off and I can't miss out. I have to take the chances and keep winning.
No, it's part of what makes you special. I mean, as your best friend, I always want to make you relax and like just calm down. But also you feel the best about yourself when you do really good work. So, you know.
Yeah. Do you think if I was in a relationship, I wouldn't feel this way about myself?
I don't know.
I'm kidding. I've been thinking about that recently.
I don't know. I think you get annoyed, honestly. Oy vey. But how about we talk about something that keeps us calm and is self-care relaxes us?
What's behind DIVOS' buttocks?
Ooh.
Yeah, Zach.
Is it Botox?
I wish. But Botox, so when you twerk, nothing moves. It just
It's a rock.
Yeah. Ooh.
Something to consider.
It's Pokemon cards. We want to do something called a pack battle. Literally, when I was traveling in Europe, when I was the most sad and felt lonely, genuinely opening German Pokemon cards pulled me back together.
I know.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's always fun to open Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Let's look close to the mics. The audio listeners can be part of the experience. Also, German Pokemon. If you've never seen German or mostly German because their words are so fun. There's
the names of the Pokemon is hysterical because it's pretty much its own language, and there's 1,000 new names for the German versions.
I love it.
Zach and I like to go to Pokemon pre-releases.
So Pokemon pre-releases, when they release a new set of Pokemon, they'll have an event at all the various card stores. We can come in, play the set before officially releases. Mm-hmm. Usually it's very young kids that show up and their dads, and then Devin and I, and we have not lost a pre-release yet.
You get more packs if you win the games. I'm not going to show up to the Pokemon pre-release and let little 7-year-old Tommy tape home my Pokemon card. No, sir.
The first time we went, the little kids spent 5 minutes making their decks. Then Dev and I come up, take the entire half hour running Monte Carlo simulations on our decks for probability.
Running statistical analysis on the trainer cards.
Ridiculous.
Anyway, so it's a lot of fun. I love the smell of Pokemon card.
I was just
It brings me
thinking
back to my
that.
childhood. Wait, I think we should go slow. Oh my
Should
god,
we-
spoiler.
I'm sorry, I get too antsy. I love Pokemon cards.
I got Sandy gassed.
I got Q font.
Should we go faster? Is this boring?
Yeah, I should go faster.
Okay. Turkadad.
Sedoyle.
Oh my gosh, one day I got a Murkrow. One day we had a night out and we all opened Pokemon cards before we all got a Murkrow. So the whole night out we pretended we were like a flock of Murkrow and made bird puns the whole night.
The murderer bros.
The murderer bros like flock together and like we walked across the street. Artisan City.
Bombardier.
Fletchender.
Another Q fonts.
I got a good one.
Did you
Wait, I'm
really?
already thin. I got Skeledirge EX!
Oh,
Yes!
awesome.
I loved EX. You haven't seen this yet. I'm going to make it a video for Pride Month again. But last year for Pride Month, I got every V card, which was a certain rarity in Pokemon, and made them into a rainbow. This is so nerdy. Never mind. I didn't do that.
I love that V card.
Oh, baby. I have all my V cards on the wall. Proud, loud, and for everyone to see.
Ducks in a row.
Between the wall of wigs and the wall of Pokemon cards. Virgin! I mean, get ready for Pride Month. It is like so... It's Pokemon centric. It is really major. I'm so excited. I went to a Digimon tournament with my cousin Connor. Shout out Connor's first shout out on the pod.
Hey, Connor. I know nothing about Digimon. Yeah. I don't know if
You
it's
didn't watch it growing up?
I watched Pokemon. I watched Thomas the Tank Engine. And I watched... I really have a whole lot of like recurring shows.
Did you watch the Thomas the Tank Engine movie? Where there's like... They're in the real world and then they take like a magic tunnel into it. It's like, you know those movies from childhood that you kind of vaguely remember details, but they seem so magical because like your brain was like blown away by it. Spirited Away is one of those for me.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I watched it as an adult and that's still
blown away.
It's,
Yeah,
it's a work of art. Yeah. I've watched like a 2-hour long video, like analyzing why it's so amazing. The different aspects of it. It's fascinating, really.
I wrote an essay in college about the use of color in that movie.
Oh,
what
really?
the colors mean. I don't remember what I said.
That makes sense. I don't know. Something good, I suppose.
The Boy with the Heron, the newest Studio Ghibli movie, won the Oscar.
Did it
Best
really?
animated film.
You haven't watched it yet,
I
have
didn't
you?
watch it.
I remember we were going to watch it, but then you got worried that it was going to be sad, and then you wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, it wasn't the right day.
No, it's a bad day. But we should watch it now, I think.
Yeah.
If we get a chance.
Should we talk about your outfit? I love your outfit today.
Oh, sure. So, DIVOS obviously is looking gorgeous. The makeup, the outfits, doesn't really give clown per se, but these pants match the outfits, and I kind of built it into a black tank top, and I feel like what's the word? Strong man. Strong.
Oh my gosh!
Ah!
That's boner alert!
Boner alert! Don't look at me! Don't look at me!
What's the female version of a boner alert?
Vulva alert!
Moisture Mayday!
Someone gonna jam wow!
Moisture Mayday!
Moisture Mayday! Hydroplane alert!
Hydroplane! Well, so you say clown, but this is actually, you know what this is a reference is from? Shout out Starland Studios made this outfit for me. The legendary Samantha Starr of West Hollywood, who is in a Mean Girls production. That's who I went to see in Long Beach in the Mean Girls production.
Oh, whoa.
So major. Made this with me for last Halloween. So last Halloween I did my Rocky shoot, and I decided that wasn't enough because... So I was also going to do an American Horror Story... Workaholic. An American Horror Story series where I was going to recreate some of the promos because I love the seasons of that show. Mm-hmm. It didn't come into fruition, so we're pushing it to this year. Get excited. I'm going to redo one of the intros, but in DIVOS' POV.
Ooh.
You know, that dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. Which I'm really excited. So this was the freak show look. So I took the inspiration, which is this woman with a huge long gown that's like the circus tent. Mm. But I wanted to make it more DIVOS, so I cropped it. I've learned recently DIVOS is very into like jagged edges and drips. So we did that. So this is like a circus tent, but I was really careful with Sam. I was like, it can't look like a KFC bucket. I was like really concerned. I was like, Sam, like I don't like it cannot look like a KFC bucket because it could totally look like a KFC bucket.
It absolutely could. I never thought about it because it doesn't.
Right.
But I could see how a bit less cinch and flourishy, and it could be.
It could be Miss KFC.
It could be Miss KFC.
Miss Colonel KFC.
Which honestly, would be kind of fun.
Moisture Mayday, Colonel Sanders.
Have your own secret blend of herbs and spices.
Oh,
heavens.
Okay, wait. So you're preparing a meal. Herbs, spices, seasonings, oils. What goes into it? Say you're making like a pasta or a ramen or rice. Something very simple.
A rice?
Okay, maybe. No, wrong. You're making a broth. You know what I mean? Like if you're making...
Sure.
What are your flavors?
Like my personal favorite flavors, salt and pepper on everything.
Okay.
Because obviously, I'm a big fan of olive oil. I tried avocado oil, didn't like it. Canola oil just is not for me.
Okay.
Olive oil, creme de la creme. I love cumin.
Okay.
I love paprika.
Okay.
I love cayenne pepper.
Oh.
I love it. Garlic powder. Okay. I usually try do my own garlic, but garlic powder if I'm in a rush. Herbe de Provence. It's this herb. I only put it on salmon. It's kind of these leafy things. Delicious.
Like bay leaves?
Kind of. I had to try a bite if you want to, but it's delicious on salmon.
Okay.
Turmeric is gas.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty good spices actually.
Wow. I'm about to say none of those things, which is cool. Very different.
What would you say?
So I always start with the sesame oil. Asian flavors turn me out. So sesame oil, absolutely. Then I like to do a chili oil as well, with little chili sprinkles, chili things. And then after that, if I'm going more American, I lead with butter because I'm from New Orleans.
Sticking your deep fryer.
I will never recover from when I saw my grandma make barbecue shrimp one time. She took 2 sticks of butter and whacked it into one tray, which I don't even know. That was a lot to me. Anyway, so back to my collection. Don't make that face.
What?
She just got a triple bypass.
Oh no.
Okay, camera 2. Send love to Grammy Gale.
Love Grandma Gail.
Not even kidding. Okay. Sesame oil.
Asian flavors.
Some chili oil. And then I like to put whatever meat, shrimp, chicken, noodles into the pan. This is usually a stir fry type situation. Then I do minced garlic. And then I throw a ponzu sauce in there. I'll saturate it with the ponzu sauce. And then I'll do a soyaki from Trader Joe's, which is a mix of soy sauce and sesame oil and sesame seeds. So that's really delicious. And then I pretty much I like to make every meat or protein like it's a poke bowl. So then I'll put crispy onions, crispy garlic on top for a kake.
Oh, I love crispy onions. I like that. I like how differently our general flavor palettes
I know,
are.
that's very cool.
Not that I don't. I love those dishes that you make. I'll come home sometimes and the house will just smell amazing. I'll have to steal a bite of the noodles that Devin's made. I want you to show me that recipe at some point.
Okay.
Actually, I think it's pretty simple. I want to see it. But I love it, how different our flavor palettes are.
Yeah, that is cool.
The things that we eat.
Yeah. Did you get the notes from corporate? We just have to make sure. I mean, this is a big opportunity. We have to make sure we say everything that they need.
I know. Well, so we talk about the sponsors.
We
kind of push the Patreon.
We have to shout out the CEO. We have to say their life-changing charity work.
Oh gosh,
I know.
We still have to do that HR video.
The
training. Oh, we have to post on Twitter too.
You know what? The Twitter just launched. That's right. Twink Twank Twunk Twitter at Twink Twank Twunk Pod just launched. Zach's so excited about it. Everyone, make sure you go follow.
Go follow right now.
Can't wait to see what you do.
Don't walk, run.
And on the topic of exciting developments, we sponsored ourselves.
Indeed, we did.
Once again, baby.
Indeed, we did.
We'll keep it short and sweet. The stickers were at 3 out of 4 for this month. If you want to get in on this month's stickers, I'll pop all 3 up on the screen. Gotta subscribe by the 15th, I believe, of April. So make sure you get ready for that. Just get on that Patreon, baby. It's really fun over there.
The stickers this month are looking fantastic. Our artists have hit their stride with our looks. They know what we want now.
Definitely the discussion over there on Patreon is great. You get to be involved in what we talk about. So go check it out. $5 a month, the cost of 1 cup of coffee per month to support us. It would seriously mean a lot. And we have so much fun every time we see a new Patreon subscriber. So
we really do.
If you've been missing out, you're they don't need to blah, blah, blah. It means a lot. It actually means a lot to us. So
we take note of every single time a Patreon subscribes and fills us with happiness and joy.
I know. And we've been making personalized cards to send out the stickers. So we would love for you to be included. Seriously. Okay. Yeah. So we haven't done a segment yet. Should we hop into a segment?
Yeah. Do you want to do the bit of the week?
Let's do bit of the week.
All right. So now it's time for bit of the week. This one honestly is more of like bit of my life.
Right. This is a key Zach moment with Cameron too.
Key Zach moment.
Key Zach moment.
Okay, basically. Oh, dude.
What? I hate that I just fell for it. I actually fell for it. We literally just decided. We paused the pod to talk about how we were doing that bit, and I still.
No, you did not.
I did actually fall for it.
I'm just too
drag,
good.
when I'm in drag, if someone says something's wrong, I'm like, fix it.
I am too good. Audio listeners, there was nothing on DIVOS' drag.
So Zach, what did you do?
So the bit of the week. Ooh, a little lipstick on my finger.
You went for it. I felt it.
I know. The bit of the week is just the classic flicker. Something is on your shirt. Nothing really is the secret. They look down. You flick their nose. It's as simple as that.
Chest, flick their nose.
Oh, I love
Zach's
it so much.
really good, and Zach like doesn't get bored of it. So if he finds someone that will keep falling for it, it'll just keep happening.
It'll keep going. We visited DIVOS' family in Mardi Gras, and I just made it my mission to get every single one of them as many times as possible, and they kept falling for it. So I wasn't gonna stop while I was ahead.
Why would you stop? He got my little sister Megan Lee so many times. She was like really
a ridiculous amount of
times.
Awesome.
It was awesome. You have such good banter with my little sister. It's like, it's very silly and cute.
I know. Well, I've seen her so many times. Like,
yeah, you're practically siblings.
Well, I've never had a little sister. So, Megan Lee, don't get a big head.
Don't
loser. Because your nose is big enough.
Stinky.
Pet, ooh, I can smell it from here. Pet, ooh.
It's just fun.
Like, I know.
If someone gets mad at that, you don't want to be around them anyway.
Yeah, I know.
And that's the bit of the week, baby.
That's the bit of the week. Short and simple. There it is.
Should we go straight into Educate the Straight?
Yeah, let's do it.
My Educate the Straight for this week is the iconic franchise X-Men.
Oh. Do tell.
So, do you have any guesses as to why it might be X-Men?
Yes, because it's a community of people trying to fit into a world that doesn't accept them.
X-Men is an allegory for the homosexual/queer experience. I rewatched the whole franchise. I can't tell you why. I can't tell you, but that's what I watched when I was like preparing for my pageant last week. When I was like trying to relax while house sitting. It was the X-Men franchise. X-Men are being constantly targeted by people around us, trying to be eradicated. I'm already talking like I'm one of them. They're trying to be eradicated for something they were born with that's out of their control. It's legislated in a really bigoted way. It is talked about as a disability, something that's wrong with you. There's a really powerful scene in one of the movies, I think it's X3, where the young child of one of the main government leaders is in the bathroom and he has wings as his like mutation, and he's like mutilating his wings off of himself, and he's like so ashamed, and he's like crying to his dad about how like he's trying to hide it from his dad, and he comes in, he's like, I'm sorry. Devastating. And just that character, actually, they don't give him any real dialogue. They just have a story arc about how in that scene he's trying to cure himself because he doesn't want to be different. Then he is about to be cured when they find a cure for him, and he jumps out of the window and flies away and accepts himself for who he is and doesn't do what his dad wants him to be. And at the end, he ends up forgiving and saving his dad in the final fight. So it's like a beautiful, like, full story arc of like accepting yourself and coming to terms with everything, and then forgiving people at the end.
Stan Lee, you're an ally for that one.
It's the queer experience. X-Men.
X-Men.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
My mutation! Oh my god.
Stay poised.
Yeah.
Stay straight.
Stay. The X-Men would never!
X-Men, come on in. Professor X, wheel on in. Come on.
Oh my god. Hey,
come on now.
Professor X! You just shaved your bald head. It's like listening in the lights. Mystique. If I could be Mystique, that's my dream superpower.
Oh.
What's your dream superpower?
Teleportation.
Okay.
Hands down.
Like Nightcrawler? Would you also want the tail?
No, I just want teleports. Okay. I thought about it a lot. I think what I would do is I would either become like the god of postal service, or I become like a drug runner for the cartel, make a bunch of money, which like teleporting drugs instantly to like Cambodia or something, or Cuba.
That's like the nerdiest choice, and then also the most dauntless choice. The god of postal service.
Well, I mean, like, I'm sure the government would pay me so much money to ship like high value packages instantly.
True, you'd be so rich.
I know, exactly. I mean, and also, I could teleport to Chipotle right now.
True.
And then teleport
it would
back.
be major.
Yeah.
I just think Mystique. I mean, I'm pretty much that's what Divos is me being Mystique. So.
Well, wait, would you want her fighting abilities too?
Duh.
Her dexterity.
I always forget how cunt she is in the.
It's crazy.
She just be flipping and dipping and slide. I love when she just slides.
I know.
Like she does like a baseball slide, but then just keeps going.
And she's doing it all barefoot.
Barefoot, pretty much naked.
Is it crazy how when she changes form, she like gets shoes? Like, could she take those shoes off, or is it part of her skin?
That's a great question.
And like, if she takes her shoe off, puts it over there, changes
her
back,
skin?
does that like shoot back?
That's
to
a
her?
good question. Or maybe it just like fades away. Like maybe she can. Well, because she can become a bigger person, so I guess she can create and dissipate mass.
True. But like with her scales like flip, that's like that's her
True.
change. It's like I think it'd be connected.
That's a good question.
I think that'd be like ripping off a big toenail if she took a shoe off. I know, which I don't like. Which we have a friend recently who did lose a toenail.
Oh god, that's like a
know.
fear. What are your like body fears? Mine are toenails and nails like getting ripped off. I used to hate like touching my eye. I've gotten over that a little bit. And then anything regarding my dick.
Just the whole general.
Anything here.
The whole general region.
Not interested.
Body fears?
Yeah, do you have any?
I'm sure I do.
Oh, ears. I don't like putting things in my ears. Pretty much my holes. I don't like my holes.
That's fair. One time I got a little baby like doll stuck up my nose.
Terrible.
I know. I had to go with tweezers to like, pull it out. Wild. But body fears? I guess just like, I don't know, like my eye popping out.
Okay.
Don't want that.
Of course. Your testicles, your scrotum getting snipped and your testicle hanging out.
Oh.
Sick in the head.
Testicular contusion.
Uh-huh.
It's where your balls like flip and it's super painful.
I feel like that happens to me sometimes, even when it doesn't. I'm like, is it flipped? I can't tell. And then I think about it for like a week.
I think you would know. I think you would like know.
I think I give myself like phantom pain over it too. Like I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anywho.
What a fun segment. Let's go straight to Easter.
Yay! Do you have any Easter plans?
I am actually going to see my uncle and aunt. I'm seeing my uncle and aunt in Burbank. I'm going to see my little cousin is like 1 or 2 years old, so it's going to be really cute. Easter egg hunt. But the Bennett family is big on traditions. What did you do for Easter growing up?
Very simple. We just went to my Oma. That is German for grandma. Actually, I'm not sure if it's German for grandma.
Like a nickname?
It's what you call German
Sure.
grandmas. We would just go there, do a little Easter egg hunt in the backyard,
Aww.
get like a little chocolates, a little bit of candy.
That's so fun.
Just about, yeah. That's about it.
My family, every year they had to do more Easter eggs. We have a big backyard. So the last time I was home, it was 456 eggs.
No.
Yep. And it's a big race. It's very serious. So we do the Easter egg hunt, then we usually go to church. I don't know if I do that anymore. Hi, church. Church, come on in.
Don't. Church, come on in. Leave. Out.
And then we have Easter baskets, and they always hide like something like there's candies, whatever, at the top, and then like your like special presents at the bottom. So like 1 year is a Webkins, 1 year is like a gift card, and then the last thing, I don't know where my family got this tradition, but my dad did it growing up too. We go to our basement, which not many basements in California, and across the floor and in every nook and cranny everywhere is pieces of candy, individual pieces of candy, or bags of chips. And you go and you try to like sweep all the candy together and make a pile. And then you have a pile on the floor of all this candy and chips. And then you're running around the room grabbing stuff and putting it in your pile. When you're away from your pile, people can steal. So they can go to your pile, steal, and put it in their pile. But if you catch them stealing, they have to put it back. So it's like a game of trying to collect as much as you can, find all the hidden stuff, but also protect your pile.
It's like Hungry Hippos.
It's like Hungry Hippos, but across the whole room.
I love that. That's
Isn't
super
that fun? Yeah.
I'd never heard this before. That sounds awesome.
I don't know if they made it up or what. Like, we'll have to ask. We'll have to ask Gaming Grandfather. Hi, Gaming Grandfather.
Hi.
We'll have to ask where they got that from.
Yeah, that sounds like super, super fun.
Yeah, it's really
Also,
fun.
doing it in a basement. Basements are the best.
Basements are sick.
Oh, I truly, one of the only downfalls about California is there are no basements here. Nowhere. My family on the East Coast, my uncle, they had this awesome basement. And when I would visit when I was younger, like all the younger kids would all sleep down there, play video games. There was like a ping pong table.
Yeah.
It was cool because it also actually opened to the backyard because they were on a hill. It was awesome. Like, yeah.
Yeah, as a kid, you feel like it's your own space. You feel like you're in your own world. Like some of my best memories growing up are like sleepovers with my friends, like staying up too late, playing Mario Party, Super Smash Brothers, like birthday sleepovers when all our friends were like in the basement together. No, it's really, I like think I want a house with a basement when I buy my house. And I will be buying a house. Even if I'm in California. Because it's just like, it is kind of magic. You feel like, it feels very safe. It feels very like your own spot.
It feels very safe.
Yeah.
You'll be hard pressed to find a basement in California. I don't think I've been to a house in California that has a basement.
I think it has to be an above ground basement.
So the ones on the hills.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, like like maybe the stairs going up to the front door go up.
Devin, an above ground basement?
Shh.
It's called a room. Our whole house is an above ground basement right now.
I just want a basement. Sue me, I want a basement.
I just think I personally would love if in this house where we live now, I would love a first floor attic. Oh wait.
Okay, we're at time. Let's move on to the Twink Twank Twunk of the week.
Are we at time already?
Yeah, I think we are. All right, Twink Twank Twunk of the week. My twink is Freckles.
Yeah.
Freckles. I think freckles are just so. Growing up, I actually didn't want freckles. I thought it was an imperfection that was bad.
Really?
Because afterwards, I was like, they don't have freckles, but they were wearing makeup. That's so like.
I covered it.
But now I love them. I think scars are so beautiful. I think they're like. They tell a story, obviously, but I just think they're snug.
No, I love body marks of those kinds. My twink is Whiskers.
Yes. Whiskers on kittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings.
These are a few of my favorite things.
When a dog bites,
when the bee stings,
when I'm
feeling sad. My favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Anyway,
what's your twunk?
My twunk of the week is Chain Chomp from Super Mario Bros. Franchise. What an iconic introduction from him in Super Mario 64, where he's on a leash and he's just like lunges at you. He comes back and then lunges as far as he can. And you have to release him to get one of the stars. And
that's pretty awesome.
I just think he's cool. It's literally, he's a ball. But it's somehow such an iconic design. Nintendo's so good at that.
Nintendo is the king.
Yeah.
The top dog, without doubts. All right, my twunk is those big freighter ships that go through like the Suez Canal and carry all those giants, like, what are they called? Containers?
Storage containers?
Yeah, like the really big ones.
Wow.
Very twunk.
I think what's twunk about? Just it's big?
It's big, it's powerful.
Oh.
I also love that as humanity, I've actually been on a bit of a deep dive about the different canals in the world.
Oh my god.
I'm talking about like the Suez Canal.
Suez, come on in.
Suez, Panama, come on in.
Panama. What other ones are there? I only know those.
I do kind of forget off the top of my head, but they are fascinating. You go in, the water balances up, you move forward, like there's like different like giant gates called locks.
Levees?
Well, yeah, it's kind of like a levee, but like they're called a lock because you go in, you like go up, the water level goes, zoop,
wow.
Then you go forward, up, like you go up across the land. Wow, fascinating.
My twank is Vaseline.
Oh,
because slugging. Do you know what slugging is?
No.
So slugging is where you like put Vaseline or a lot of moisture on your body, and then you go to sleep and just let your body like absorb the moisture.
Slugging.
So we had a friend, Megan Lee, who when we used to live in Lake Arrowhead. When we lived there, so dry, like kind of miserable. It was so dry that she's from Lake Arrowhead. She used to put Vaseline in her nose to sleep so that it wouldn't dry out and her nose wouldn't bleed because your nose would just like dry out and bleed. But sleeping with Vaseline, so she was like doing an intense version of slugging before slugging was even like a coined term.
Which in hindsight, pro move on her part.
Pro move.
You
know, I think slugging is epic. I think it's an amazing thing, but it's definitely twank. So I'm going to put Vaseline in twank.
That is incredibly twank. I like that. My twank, also kind of water themed, but our reservoir is very twank to me. You don't like it? Why not?
I feel like Freight Ship was already a little bit. I don't know about this aquatic theme. I don't think Reservoir cuts it.
Why not?
Because what's twank about it?
It feels twank.
Mm-mm. You just picked a word.
Just so?
No.
You can't tell me what my twank is.
I don't think reservoir is twank.
Are you silencing me?
I don't think that you think.
Are you trying to give me the cure to my twank?
I don't think that you think reservoir is twank. I think you just didn't know what to say.
No. How dare you? You know what's twank? Gaslighting. Gaslighting is twank.
Okay, there we got there. Perfect.
God damn it.
Gaslight achieved.
I got gaslit.
Oh, thank you for coming to Twink Twank Twunk this week. We're so happy we got the episode together. What are our socials?
At Twink Twank Twunk, at Snapchat, at Instagram, at YouTube,
and now Twitter.
We're
so excited.
Walk, don't run. No, run, don't walk.
The really fun thing about that announcement is I'm keeping this in the podcast. So that means that Zach has to make a Twitter, which is really exciting. And I can't wait to see how he runs it. So,
I have a lot of fun with it.
Oh, you can. I want you. Like, that's the whole point. Maybe you'll take over all of social media.
Oh!
Here are our personal socials. And with that, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.